would definitely do that. Good evening. Welcome, welcome. How is everybody doing today? I hope you've had a good Sunday. It was a good Sunday for me. The Cowboys won, so I was happy about that. All right. Uh, it is good to see everybody on this fine, fine Sunday. Wolfang says no snow here yet, but we got snow here. We definitely got snow. Been snowing all day long. So yeah, good times, good times. It was a good day to, for the most part, stay in the house, feed the fire, and um, and do that. So all right, now here's a fun one for you. And I'm gonna put this out here right now because you guys have no idea because I never said yesterday. We ended up today, and you'll find out if you stick around to the 45-minute mark. We, hey, Pamela Sherry, I'm not late, 12/19/21, 8 p.m. Wahoo. There you go. Glad you're here, Pamela. Welcome, welcome. Um, the egg count today is going to be the exact same egg count that we had yesterday. But see, I didn't tell you what yesterday's egg count was. So when we get to that point, you guys will have to hang out to find out what that is. All right. So before we get started in this video, it's going to be a fun video, I think. And I definitely am looking for a lot of feedback on this topic. Okay. So I definitely going to want to hear your guys' thoughts. Yes. First of all, well, I'm sure I will see most of you beforehand, but if I don't, I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. For those that celebrate Hanukkah, I would wish you the same. So, just putting that out there ahead of time. So, anyhow, because somebody had said I had because I said I don't say Happy Holidays, I say Merry Christmas, right? I had made that comment, and I had somebody say, well, they're like I say Happy Holidays because there's Hanukkah out there and people that celebrate Hanukkah. Okay, well, you generally know who your Jewish friends are, right? I mean, am I wrong with that? Is that like you all of a sudden you're surprised? Oh my God, you're Jewish, really? So you know who your Jewish friends are. So obviously you would say Happy Hanukkah to them. So it's just whatever. Everybody wants to, they got to be so politically correct. All right. So before we get started on this, um, I want to remind everybody, very family friendly oriented channel here. I'm going to ask you all to be decent in the chat. Let's have a good discussion. I do encourage, obviously, interaction. I'd love to hear you guys' feedback on the different things that we talk about, but I will not tolerate racism, nastiness in any way, shape, or form. If you cannot follow, oh, Hanukkah's already over. Okay, well, man, like I said, no clue here. I have no idea. So, well, that's easy then, right? Um, yeah, I wouldn't. Like I said, I'm not Jewish, so I have no idea. Um, anyway, um, if you cannot follow those simple, easy rules, those awesome people that you see lit up in blue will boot you out of here. All right. So let's just be nice. Let's have a good conversation and enjoy each other's company for the next hour and 20 minutes, and we'll have a good time. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing good. Like I said, I hope everybody's had a great day. I really do. Any questions or something that you want to have stand out to me? All cap locks, please. Will you do a live stream on Christmas Eve, Ed? Yeah, of course. I think what day does that fall on? Where's my phone? Hold on. Let me see what the calendar says here. What day that falls on? Let's see. Yeah, on the Friday. Yep, I will absolutely be doing a live stream on the Friday. So All right, I'll kill the volume on that. So now we're good. So just, yes. All right. Got blocked in the chat last night for saying, I will, hold on a second. I will always remain unbeat. In whose chat? Not in my chat, you didn't. Because I didn't do a live stream last night. So, all right. So, have I heard what yet, Wolfang? What we're going to be talking about tonight, folks, there are, and I got my list here. I wrote it all down because I want to make sure that I read them correctly to you, of what, with everything. I want to make sure I read this correctly so that if you want to look it up, Labor Department delays enforcement of the mandate for large employers. Oh, really? Well, that's good. I had not heard that yet. I know that it had been reversed by a lower court that said, that he could go ahead and do that. But there's a lot of issues with that whole situation as well, and not a good thing. And I know the kittens aren't in the house tonight. I know the kittens are in the house tonight, and Delia wants to do she's talking now. I only cat I have right now with me at the moment, of course, is Mr. Max. He's the only one that's in here right now, but he's generally always in here. So, all right. So we are going to be talking about these assembly bills that are going up for vote in January here in New York State. Now, I definitely, like I said, I'm going to read these bills off. I'm going to give you the numbers so that you can go and look them up yourselves, okay? And I'm going to be giving you what they're talking about in these bills. Now, with that, I obviously have my opinion on them, and it is absolutely craziness. So, that is it's unreal. All right, so there is. Let me see how many we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 bills altogether. Okay, and then there is one that Assembly Member Patrick Burke has coming up, and we'll get into that one as well. All right, but I'm going to start reading these. The first Assembly bill that's going to be voted on, I think it's January 6th, if I'm not mistaken. It is Bill Alpha 8378. Okay, and this bill basically it's a forced mandate to be able to attend school. So if you have a child that is going to be attending school, they're going to, what this bill says is it literally forces your child to have that to be able to attend school. That's the first one. And again, I'm going to read the bill. This is Assembly Bill. It's Alpha 8378. So you can look that up. All right. The second bill is Assembly Bill A Alpha 279 Alpha slash 575 Alpha. Okay. What this does, now this one, and there's only one reason for this bill. Okay. It forces all adult vaccine records into a statewide database. So literally every single adult, if this bill passes, this is what this will entail. It will put everybody's vaccine history into a database. So they will know, right? They will know if you have or not have had whatever, it'll be right there in that record. Very scary. Very, very scary. And there's only one reason why they would do that, okay? And that's strictly my opinion. Um, All right, the next one, it is Assembly Bill Alpha 7829 slash Sierra 6495. Either that's or 56495. It's either an S or a 5. I can't tell the difference sometimes with my own writing, but I do believe it's an S. Okay. This bill, um, this bill would force the shot for all colleges. So if you were wanted to go to college, you would have to have that to go. Okay, that is that bill. That's the third one that they're trying. They're like I said, they're going to be voting on these. January, I believe it's January 6th is when they're. Let me look and actually see. Hold on a second. I want to make sure I am hopefully somewhat giving you the correct date. Yeah, I believe it is. I believe it is January 6th. If I'm wrong, please somebody in the chat correct me. You can look up and see when these are going to be voted on. Okay. Now the next one, okay, is Assembly Bill Alpha 2240 slash 545. All right. Now I want you to think about this one. I want you to think about this one when I read this one to you. Force flu shot to attend school, preschool, and daycare. So your children, your infant children, your small children, they're basically going to, if this passes, in order to attend school, in order to attend preschool or daycare. How many people have to use daycare? They don't have a choice. They have to use daycare. You would be forced to have your child have a flu shot. Okay? Unbelievable. All right. The next one is Assembly Bill Alpha 8398. Some of you are not going to be happy about this one, and I don't like this one either. It will eliminate the religious exemption for work and college. So, in other words, if this bill passes, there is no religious exemption for college or for work. All right. So you wouldn't have any recourse to not get it. They were basically, again, with these bills, if these things are passed, it's going to force you to do something that you don't want to do. Okay. All right. The next one, it's Assembly Bill Alpha 3091 slash 53041, or it's S3041. I can't, like I said, I can't even read my own writing sometimes, which is kind of scary. All right, so it's either one of those two. So you can, again, I want you guys to look these up yourself. All right. This one to me is more disturbing, believe it or not, to me than all the rest of them. Eliminates parents' consent to shots, any shots, when the child reaches 14 years of age. Now, I want you to, and we're going to go on here a minute, but I want you to think about this. I want you to think about this. It basically says that when your child is 14 years old, they're going to be able to make the decision without your consent if they get something or don't get something. What I have a problem with that is, let's say your kid is 15 years old and not going to school. You, the parent, are going to get in trouble for that. They're going to come after you for your kid not going to school because, number one, they're not making any money if your kid don't go to school. So as the parent, they're going to hold you responsible. But if this bill passes, your kid at 14 can say, well, I don't care what mom or dad says. I'm going to go ahead and do this. That's a huge problem. That is a huge, huge problem. Okay. So the next one, and I want you to listen to this one, and I believe what this is about, and I'm going to mention what I think it's about. Not for sure, but this is what I think this next one is about. All right, the next one, it's Bill Alpha 822 slash, and I believe it's 5931. It could be S931, okay? But either one of those, you can write that down again and look at this. This eliminates the parent's right to consent to STD shots for children of any age. Now, if you remember, okay, now this is again, this is all these are all going to be voted on come January 6th. All right. What is the one thing that they have been pushing for a long time? The shot for cervical cancer, right? For it started out, they just were going to give it to girls. Now they want to give it to boys and girls, but it's a choice. Either you can get it or you can't get it. All right. But that's what this bill, if this bill passes, literally they can give your child that shot without your consent at any time, no matter what age your child is. I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that as parents and as grandparents. All right. The next one is Bill Alpha 416. This one, very disturbing. Very, very disturbing. This bill will allow the governor, now I want you to listen to this, folks. If this passes, it allows the governor to imprison without trial anyone she considers a threat to public health. Now, I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that one. If this one passes, anybody that they deem a threat to public health can be incarcerated with no trial, no due process. They put you in, obviously, it would be some kind of a camp. Think about that. Just something to think about. Now, the last thing that hasn't been brought up as a bill yet, but this guy is trying to get it in here, Patrick Burke. It's an upcoming bill that will eliminate, ready for this one, unvaccinated people from access to health insurance. I want you to let those all sink in, folks. Really do. I want you to let those all sink in, and I want to hear in your comments what you, number one, what you think of these bills. Number one, and number two, talk about a nanny state. Number one, right? Also talk about um, complete and total control of what you can and cannot do. I have a real problem with that. All I can say for me personally, thank goodness I bought land in West Virginia and I'm out of here in the spring because, um, you know, thank goodness my children are grown. That's another thing I would definitely say. Uh, these things are insane, uh, absolutely insane. Who? So, my take overall, I'm going to give you my overall take on these assembly bills that they're going to be voting on. Now, this doesn't mean that they're all going to pass. Some of them may pass, some may not. I don't know. Okay. So what do we got? 890 people in the chat. We only got 281 thumbs up, guys. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to please do so to show support for the channel ahead of time here. And thank you very much for doing so. I do appreciate that. It really does help with the algorithms as well. So the more interaction that we have, the better it is for the channel. The algorithms pushes us higher up in the rankings with more, so obviously thumbs up or thumbs down, but we would prefer thumbs up, of course. So I thank you for that reason as well. And a third reason is I do like to see a lot of thumbs up. So I thank you for that reason too. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. And when are they voting on these bills? January 6th is when their vote for those bills are. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon for all notifications. So if they vote these bills in, with this January 6th vote. Within 30 days, they can be implemented, just so you guys know. Ed, you need to get all of your family out of New York as fast as you can. Not, yeah, I understand that. Becky's not going anywhere because of her grandchildren, and so unless I could talk Jeannie into getting out of New York State as well and bringing her children down to West Virginia, which they would be welcome with open arms. But this is, who do these people think that they are? Realistically, these government officials that are going to dictate what you can and cannot do, where you can and cannot go unless you have done something that you don't want to do. I want you to remember the progression of this. And and this is not false information. This is strictly information. This is all I'm doing. I'm going to like I said, with this whole thing, these are assembly bills that they have out there that they're going to be voting on January 6th. If they pass, it basically gives them, the powers that be in New York State, complete and total control over you, over your children, over what you can and cannot do. And then if they deem you a threat, they can lock you up. And I want you to think about that realistically. I mean, how insane is that? If you are a threat to the public health, well, who decides that you're a threat to the public health? Because you do or do not do something that they tell you that you should do. When this whole thing came out, remember, at first it was like, you need to do this, for the betterment. We need to have herd immunity, and then that was going to be it. And we want things to go back to normal, right? I mean, we all heard all the stories, and so people went out there and they did it. A lot of people did. I don't know what the true numbers are. They give you numbers. I personally know a tremendous amount of people that have told me personally that they have not. I've had people tell me that they have. And from what I have seen, it's about 50-50 from the people that I have talked to. Okay. I don't think it is. And again, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the true numbers are. But with where they're saying the numbers are, and from what I'm hearing from people, it doesn't match up. And that's just what I've seen. But it is realistically, it's pretty galvanized from what I've seen. Either people are going to say, yes, I'm going to go do it, for whatever reasons that they're giving. And there's so many that it is just, it's beyond. But a lot of people are going to go ahead and they're going to go ahead and do that. And then you have other people that are absolutely not going to do it. No matter what. No matter what, they're not going to do it for whatever those reasons may be. And, and we've discussed that, and I'm not going to get into all of that because, it could be speculated as saying that I'm, giving false information or not. But, any information that I have shared with anything is based a lot of times on their own information. Okay. So, I do have one curiosity question. And this is just me asking you guys. The question that I would have: how many breakthrough cases do you have to have for it not to be a breakthrough case? That it is a pattern, that it is a lot of people are getting it even though they have been fully, right? That would be it's just a curiosity question. I don't know the answer. But all I hear, is, oh, breakthrough. It's a breakthrough case. Well, when you have that breakthrough number doing this, I wonder when does it stop being a breakthrough? That's just a curiosity question. I don't know. I don't have the answer for that. So, yeah, right. M Hammer. If you guys read M Hammer's comment, that's an interesting comment, and so But again, like I said, it's just it amazes me. And if, like I said, you look at the progression. So first of all, this is the right thing to do, and you should do it for these reasons. And so, um, you know, then it went to bribery. Now I don't remember ever, because first of all, they used that, and then they tried to shame you, right? You know, that was part of that progress too. And then it went to bribery, and I've never ever. I mean, I'm 56 years old, and in my lifetime, I do not remember ever one time where something was rolled out and they tried to bribe you to get it. I've never seen that. I've never ever seen that, not one freaking time. And so I was amazed. I'll be honest with you. I was absolutely um, amazed when that aspect of it came out. And at that point, I had made the comment, first comes the carrot and then comes the stick. This is a stick. What this assembly bill, that's the stick. Hey, Freddie left you. Nothing annoys me more than people say, just leave New York. Well, hold on a second. I ain't leaving. This is my house. This BS will spread to all states, including Florida. I don't disagree with that statement at all. Freddie left you. I don't disagree at all. And again, I've been wanting out of New York for a very very long time. I can't even tell you how long I've wanted to be out of New York. Okay, but so that was one of the reasons why I bought my homestead that I'm buying in West Virginia. So it's weather, it's taxes, it's a myriad of things. Politics are part of it too. The rules as far as being able to have the right to protect yourself and to carry and to be able to protect the people that you love. I mean, it's all of it. It's a tremendous amount of different things. And I was looking to move down south when I was still with my ex-wife, and she just wouldn't. So that's not, it's not me running away because of whatever's happening here in New York. It's not a matter of that, but it's just I would love to have all of my family come down there with me and have us have things down there. It's going to take me time to get things squared away down there anyway. So, and here I gotta mention this again. I gotta mention this again. Actually, let me do this really quick. We're up to 1,016 people in the chat. We only are at 455, not even 50% on thumbs up. So I'm going to go ahead and ask again. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please shoot a thumbs up. To support the channel, and I would appreciate if you would do that. And thank you for doing that ahead of time. Also, again, it really does help with the algorithms. So the more interaction that we have, the better it is for the channel. So I thank you for that reason as well. And you can run but not hide. Exactly. Absolutely. I agree with that statement as well. Also, again, the third reason is I do like to see a lot of thumbs up. That's just part of the game. So I ask you to do it for that reason as well. Also, again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. And thank you ahead of time. So, I just, unfortunately, and I do say this is unfortunately, I can't give you a lot of my true feelings on everything that is going on because I don't want to be accused by YouTube of spreading false information. Okay. That has already happened, and I got a strike. And so, I have to be very careful what I say and how I say it. By sharing this information with these bills, that's not false information. Those are legitimate bills that will be voted on come January 6th. If you live in New York, I would encourage you to get a hold of your representatives in your district and tell them, if you are not down with this situation, I would get a hold of them and say, hey, what is this? How is this even possible that this could be brought up for vote? And so the more that it's made aware of, the better chances are that it won't pass. If you remember, if you remember, those of you from New York, maybe some of you that don't live in New York will remember this. The SAFE Act in New York passed in the middle of the night. They did that in the middle of the night. And the three people principally behind the SAFE Act, two are in prison, and the third one has just been kicked out of office in shame. Also, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, and I thought this was freaking hilarious. Um, Ex Governor Cuomo, an ethics committee has said that he needs to return the $5.1 million for his book signing, for his book that came out. They're saying that he needs to, at what percent will move out of New York if they pass? I think a lot of people will. That that may be the straw that breaks the camel's back, especially, and this is just strictly my opinion. If you have small children and you care about, your children, I believe that, letting somebody else dictate what goes into your children and what does not go into your children, um, I think that will be a deal breaker for some people. So I think, like I said, you're going to see, you got to understand something. There has been a mass exodus out of New York for a while. And a lot of it has to do with taxes, the weather. I mean, the weather up here is ridiculously bad. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you guys. I wanted to mention this. So I had somebody said to me, "Well, you said that you hate the snow, but you're going to move to, West Virginia. That's not any different." Listen, okay, where I'm going to be at in West Virginia, I'm actually going to be at a higher elevation than I am here. Will I still get snow in West Virginia? Yep, I sure will. But it will not be like New York. No way, no how. A winter in West Virginia, I'll probably laugh at people down there compared to what we get in New York State. So, you know, it, it's further south than here. Anything further south than here, the weather's going to get better the further south you go. I picked West Virginia because I love the mountains. It's a beautiful state. I still will get the four seasons, but winter will not be anything like New York. So, you're having, like I said, you're having a lot of people, especially younger people, once they get their degrees. Yeah, I get lake effect. We do get lake effect. Not nearly as bad as some areas in New York. Some areas, like if you live up, okay, so here's an example. You live up by Watertown, they Oswego out in that area, they get hammered. I mean, they get absolutely hammered with lake effect snow. You live off of certain parts of Buffalo where Lake Erie, they get hammered. So, like the Geneseo region, there are areas through there that it could be super sunny out where I'm at, and if I jump onto 390 and if I drive through that area, you could hit snow bands where you're getting an inch of snow an hour. I mean, that's how crazy it is. So, it really depends on where you are. I mean, when you had that, there's a big storm a couple of years ago up in Buffalo. All right, and they had, no joke, it was like feet. I think it was like 3.5, 4 feet of snow, but there was a line, literally a line. So the people that lived on this side like got nothing, and the people that lived on that side were buried. It was crazy. It was crazy. So, you know, but it happens. I mean, you're right. I grew up in West Virginia, lived in Pennsylvania 2 years. Weather way more snow and colder than West Virginia. Yeah, Duckman just said that. Yeah, and it's a big difference. So I trust me, West Virginia is going to seem like a dream, no matter how much snow they get, because it isn't going to be like New York, not in any way, shape, or form. I know they get a lot of ice down there, but whatever you're going to deal with weather no matter where you are. That's a reality. but it's just going to be it'll be a much bigger difference being in West Virginia than here. So I'm excited about that part of it. So yeah, if I was a young man, and my kids were little and they passed these bills that I talked about earlier in the stream, I'd be out of here in a heartbeat. Out of here in a heartbeat. You know, I don't like what they're trying to do. I don't like the control measures that they're trying to put into place to force you to do something. I don't like that. I don't like anybody telling me what I have to do. That's just me being stubborn anyway, and that's with anything. I don't like somebody dictating to me what is okay and what is not okay. And I'm from Massachusetts, and it's nowhere near as bad here in West Virginia. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure, brother. I am sure of that. Yeah. So yeah, it's just people. People will be, oh well, it still snows there. Well, so what? you know. Oh my God. If I had the money, I'd move to Alaska. John just said that. You know, and there's parts of Alaska that get pretty mild winters. There really is. It's like it's as you get further, um, you know, if you get further, north in Alaska, the weather gets a lot colder and a lot colder down there. So unbelievable. So really quickly, I want to mention my website, preppernurse1.com. We have the Prepper Nurse One community there, which is a resource that we set up for you guys to be able to connect with like-minded people. So if you're interested in that, go to my website, check that out. You do have to register, but it is free to join. No credit card information is asked, and then you go in, read the message boards, try to find somebody in your state or in your country like-minded. And like I said, that's why we set that up in the first place. It was for you guys to be able to connect with like-minded people. We also have the Forefathers, which is the CBD and hemp store. So again, if you go to my website, preppernurse1.com, you will see the Forefathers logo once you're in there. If you click on that, it will take you to their website. If you decide when you're over there to make a CBD or hemp purchase, you can save yourself 15% on that purchase by using the discount code Prepper Nurse One, and that's the number one. And you'll save 15% when you check out over there. All right. Last thing on my website, we have the legacy freeze dried food. So if you go to my main page, preppernurse1.com, you click on store, it will drop down. You'll see legacy foods. You click on that, it will take you to the store within the website. If you just, what we have there is there. So definitely take advantage of that as well. All right. So just sharing that information. 25-year shelf life, GMO free. It is vegetarian, but there are beef and chicken options that can be purchased separately as well. So definitely, like I said, take advantage of those things because that is what it is there for. All right. So I don't know if, some of you, I know some people don't watch football anymore. What an upset today in football when you had the Detroit Lions coming into the game, had won one game, had a tie. Well, they were 1-10-1, I think is what they were coming into today. And they upset the 10-3 Arizona Cardinals and beat them pretty soundly, actually. So that was a major upset today. And I love that because it still puts my Cowboys in the running for the number one seed because we actually play Arizona still. And yep, Arizona or Cowboys beat the Giants, which they should have. there was, you know, there's no doubt that that one should have been taken care of. So all the Cowboys got to do is just win out. Uh, there's three teams. I'm not worried about Arizona, but there are three teams in that division that I worry about. I worry about the Packers. I worry about Tampa Bay, and then also the Rams. Those are the three teams that they're all really good teams. Cowboys are a good team as well. I think Arizona was overrated, and that's just my opinion. But so it will be interesting. Um, Cowboys will choke in the first round of the playoffs as usual. Okay, we'll see, JJ. We will see. there's a few trophies down there in Dallas that would say different, you know. So, but anyway, I like college. I root for Alabama. Love Alabama. I love what Nick Saban's done down there. Unbelievable. You know, you would never have thought that somebody would have been able to replace Bear Bryant as like the god of football in Alabama. But Nick Saban has definitely done that. It's just an unbelievable program down there, and so roll tide, you know. So root for Alabama. Love my Cowboys and love my New York Yankees. No matter where I am, I'll always love my Yankees. So, um, but uh, anyway, guys, you know there is a lot of things going on. A lot of things that are very, very concerning in the country right now. And one of the things that I have an issue with, and I just kind of wanted to talk about this, why the push so hard with this? Why are they trying to force people to do something that they don't want to do? That's what I really don't understand. Now, I know at the end of the day, you have to follow the money. It's generally always about money at the end of the day. But I have a real problem with people trying to force something, intimidation, bullying, threatening type of stuff, bribery. I just, all of it. It's scary. It's a scary situation, and it is very, very interesting. That's just my take on it. You know, so I agree with a lot of what you guys are saying in the comments. I can't come out here and say what you guys are saying in the comments because I will be accused of spreading something. So, and I'm not going to be accused of spreading false information. I have my own thoughts on things, and I may still set up a separate platform. I don't know yet if I'm going to do that, but I definitely have thought about it where I can speak freely on what I want to say about different things. So, so yes, yeah, Wolfang, behave, Ed. Yeah, no, I am. I have to, like I said, I definitely want to. I definitely want to. I want to just be like, gah, but I can't. So unfortunately, and some people will say, well, you're self-censoring. Well, you are. That this is not my platform. I don't own the ball to the ballpark. And if the people that own the ball to the ballpark decide to take their ball and go home, I don't get to play. So, I'm not going to do that just to spite and whatever. And, I've been doing this for a really, really long time. And I enjoy doing it. I really do. As some of you may know, I do like to talk. So I have no issue talking. I have no issue with public speaking. I never have. I can remember as a child, you had to go ahead in front of the congregation and you would have to give a talk. Okay. And so I had to go up and do that in front of the congregation as a kid. And they were like, "Oh my God, that was your first time?" And I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "You looked really good up there. You looked really comfortable." So I've never been afraid to get in front of people and talk and express my views and stuff like that. So, um, you know, 80K man says probably should have a backup channel. Can I broadcast on my website? I don't know. Well, I could upload videos on my website. I could definitely do that. But and that's my website, so I can do whatever I want over there. So, but yeah, I just you have to be careful. Unfortunately, it's the name of the game when you have a certain party dominates the social media platforms. They are censoring. That is a fact. That there's no if, ands, or buts. If you, well, I shouldn't say that because I don't want to be, again, I don't want to be accused of spreading false information, but it appears it appears if you have a certain viewpoint, that you are definitely not looked upon favorably. I'll just put it like that. Like I said, I got to be careful. I don't want to be saying, oh, and then they'll be like, no, we're not censoring people. Click, 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 click. So, again, oh my goodness. But anyway, guys, it is amazing to me. It really is amazing to me how one view it's okay, another view is not okay. So, and if they kick you off, you can use my channel. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, they do homeschooling in New York. So that is always an option for parents to homeschool their children. And I think that, with what happened last year and the lockdowns and stuff like that, a lot of parents had made the decision to homeschool and not send their kids back to school with, the different mandates that were in place with their children. And I don't blame them. I really don't blame them. You have to, what's healthy and what's not healthy. And so Pinball has two backup channels and a Rumble channel. Well, I know he's gotten, I think he's on 2 strikes on his main channel right now. And so I don't know if you guys know this. When you get a strike, it stays on there for 90 days. After 90 days, your strike comes off. Now, your warning that you get before you get a strike, that doesn't come off. The warning stays on there. So once you've gotten a strike, as long as you get past that 90 days, now you're back down to having no strikes. And then if you get one, at 2 strikes in one day, wow. Yeah, that's not good. But, after you get through the 90 days, like I said, then you're back down to 1 strike. I've had 2 strikes so far. I had a strike before. They said I was giving false medical information or something to that effect. I don't remember exactly what that one was. So, and I had a week that time. Got past the 90 days, the strike came off. As you know, was it 5, 6 weeks ago? I got another strike. So it's 5 weeks. I think it's been 5 weeks. So I was not able to post or do live streams for a week. And so that comes off, I believe, in February. So like I said, you have to just be careful. You know what I mean? It's like I said, it's their platform. They make the rules. And so, what are you going to do? Miss Movie Star said, "Oh my God, YouTube just deleted my response. What the hell?" Yeah, well, they do that too now. They're actually going in and they're doing that as well. So that is pretty bad. You speak your mind. That's not fair. No, you're right. It's not fair, especially when you're giving an opinion. If I'm coming on here, guys, I'm going to give you an example of something. If I came on here and I said, um, if you take this pill, this is the cure all for whatever that may be. If I said that, that's giving false medical information because maybe it's not, maybe it is, right? I could understand that. I could absolutely understand that. But if I give my opinion on a topic, that's not to me spreading false medical information. That's an opinion. So anyway, let's do this. We are at that time for the egg count. So before we do the egg count again, we're at 9:54 in the chat now. We're at 6:37 on a thumbs up. So again, first I'm going to ask for a thumbs up if you have not done one first. And so I would appreciate the support if you would throw that thumbs up there. Also, it really does help again with the algorithms. So the more interaction that we have, the better for the channel. So I thank you for that reason as well. So I appreciate you shooting a thumbs up for that reason too. Third reason is I do like to see a lot of thumbs up. And I think our record, and JJ, correct me if I'm wrong, I think our record for thumbs up was like 1,300 thumbs up in a stream, something like that. It was up like 1,351, I believe is the record, if I'm not mistaken. So, again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe as well. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. All right, so you guys are getting your guesses up here. So now I'm going to start looking. So I'm looking for the correct egg count. And again, it is the exact same count as yesterday. So I will give you another moment here. All right, if you had the same guess as Sue Bailey, Sue Bailey had the correct guess, 5 eggs. And yes, thick neck, for the third time in 6 days, she laid an egg. She's every other day again. So I'm like, cool. Love her little green eggs. I think her green eggs are awesome. So yeah, yesterday we had 5 brown eggs yesterday. Today we had 4 brown and thick necks eggs. So again, why all of a sudden now the increase in eggs? If you guys remember recently, yes, I think that the rats were eating the eggs and taking the eggs. And so once I locked that up more, I think that definitely made a difference. And the chickens are calmer, and I think that's part of it as well. I think maybe they were stressed out, um, but once I, uh, you know, blocked up their holes, then they can't get in. So Thick Neck needs a promotion. Asa says, yeah, she's like my favorite chicken. So I love Thick Neck. I think she's an awesome chicken. And I'll tell you right now, if Thick Neck ever stops laying eggs, she will live until the day she drops in that chicken coop. I would never eat her. No way. So um, I'm having problems with a possum right now. Angry homesteader said, "It's always it's always going to be something. It's always going to be something trying to eat your chickens. Your chickens, even though they're little bitty dinosaurs, they are on the bottom of the food chain. They are at the bottom of that food chain." Hey, Stephen, thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. So, possums are edible. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. You can get a strike for an unpublished video on YouTube server. M. Hammer said. That I didn't know. If something should happen, you should load a video onto your website so we know. Yeah, you know what, guys? I think next time, what I did is I put it out on Twitter and Instagram, which I haven't posted on either one of those in probably more than 2 weeks because I was sick and I was not, wasn't taking any pictures to put up there. I will be back posting on both Twitter and Instagram, and that's a Prepper Nurse One for both of those sites. If there's ever an issue, definitely check out both of those sites. That would be the main thing where you would go, and you'll find out if I'm not able to post or something like that. I'm hoping that I don't have any more strikes. That's my ultimate goal, not to be not online. So,
Hello,
and there
everybody.
is Heather with Miss Stella. She was up in there in the box.
Yep, she was in the box.
I didn't see her up there earlier. Maybe she hopped in there after you had left or something.
Mm-hmm.
So
Would you like to take
I
her?
will take her. Yes. Oh,
Look at her. No, baby.
all right. So anyway, as you guys know, Heather is making jewelry. If you are interested, JJ is going to throw the link up in here for you guys. Ow!
Baby, not very nice. I guess she was done with that.
I guess so. Um, so there's JJ just threw the link up for Heather's website on Etsy, and so yeah, claws are not fun. They hurt,
Look
and
at her,
this is
chill as hell with me.
well, she's a snot. She's a little black panther, is what she is. She looks like a panther. She's a good cat, though.
I don't know how to make cat collars, so maybe I'd have to try out a couple different prototypes before saying yes, I can make them, because I don't want to say yes and not be able to. So,
But Heather basically does necklaces,
like bracelets.
bracelets, those type of things. So, and I got to show you here so you guys see who else I'm dealing with. Miss Pan, is that Caesar?
Caesar.
Caesar, yes,
Doesn't even
Caesar.
know his own dogs.
I do, the only way I know Caesar and Pandora, I have to look at their feet.
Not
Because
even their chest or anything.
no, I generally look at their feet because Caesar's got the white feet, and Pandora has the brown feet. So anyway, that is that. But
She's just so
so
chill now.
I know what a snot, a little freaking snot bag. She's a good cat though. My new kitty gets spayed tomorrow. Oh, that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I know we got to get her in at some point, but that we will do. Hey,
Well,
Peter, no problem. You'll have to come back and watch the rest of the stream after you watch the rest of this one. So that's all right. A lot of the information that we talked about was early in the stream. And so, you know, sharing the information of what is going to be voted on here in New York come January 6th. And hopefully, enough people will have contacted their constituents in whatever district of New York that you live in and said, don't vote for this one. So we'll see what happens.
um, Francine was asking if we got the package yet. We haven't been to the post office in a couple of days, so not yet, but we'll keep an eye out.
We'll probably go down tomorrow and check.
Alright.
Yeah, so.
Well, I just wanted to pop in and say hello real quick. I gotta get back to the show because this is a commercial break.
Okay.
So,
We'll put her back in her box.
I will.
But
Away.
anyway, you know, we have to, like I said, it's the world has gone crazy, and that these politicians think that they can just write in these laws and they're going to force people to do things that they don't want to do, regardless of what the laws are. You know, it is, yeah, thank you very much. Ranger 192 says politicians are owned by the corporations. I do not disagree with that statement. I think that is a pretty accurate statement in a lot of cases. Always say, I always will tell people follow the money. You follow the money, you're going to get a good indication of who's owned by who when it comes to politicians. See who's contributing to their campaigns. You know what, Caesar? Hmm. So they were just out before the stream started. I said to Heather, I said, take them out now so they run out and they're come back in and they're tired. So in Arizona cats are the bottom of the food chain. Dang coyotes. Yeah, that's not fun either. Yeah, I know that the coyotes are pretty bad. So, oh, talking about the fan. Yeah, a lot of times I have my laptop. Yes, my laptop is on my bed, so I sit in my chair. I have a board that I put the laptop on, and sometimes you will hear the fan going. So the laptop is not directly on the bed, so it's not overheating because of that. Just sometimes the fan runs. It's just what happens. So so yeah, it's you know what I'm going to tell you what I don't know what the big game plan is, what they're trying to incorporate, what they're trying to do. There has been a huge push for this recent thing, and you know, these are things that are concerning. These are things that are very concerning, because you know the reality is, unless they force, they know that a lot of people are not gonna, and realistically, even if they force, there's going to be people in that are going to still say no. There's going to be a certain segment of the population that is never going to comply with anything. That is just a reality. That is absolutely just a reality. So, you know, people can they can do what they want. I had a friend of mine actually. She just lost her cat, and he was a young cat, maybe like 3 or 4, and she thinks that wild critters, because she's up in northern Canada, she's north of Toronto, and excuse me, unfortunately, You live in the country. That's one of the things that you have to deal with. So, uh, first of all, let me Kathy see. Kathy Hochul wasn't elected, so that's one mistake you're making. Kathy Hochul was not elected. So let's see. JJ says 94% of New York government is Democrat. It will be hard to convince these politicians not to vote for the. Well, realistically, once you are out of the cities in New York State, it is a very, very red state. You look at any of the voting, the way that the voting goes, other than the cities, it is all red, the rest of the state. Unfortunately, the majority of the people are located in those cities. So that's why New York State always goes Democratic. Once you get out of the cities, it is a very, very conservative state. Hey, Asif, it's bad in California. No gas generators or leaf blowers. Yeah, I just saw that they passed that too. Um, it's the overreach of government, and this is just my opinion, is getting out of hand. Absolutely out of hand. And realistically, at what point do people say enough is enough? Because at some point, people are going to say enough is enough, and they're not going to comply, and they're not going to do these things anymore. They're just not gonna. So, I again will always encourage you guys to prep, continue to get ready. There is Tuesday. I don't know if you guys know this or not. I'm sure you do. Hey, Mars Fool's Gold. Yet our feral cats seem to survive in Arizona. Well, of course they do, because they're breeding like crazy. Thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. Yeah, that's nuts. With that law in California, you even have to have an RV with a built-in generator. Wow. Yeah, that's craziness. That is absolute craziness. California, love California. It's a beautiful state. A lot of good people in California. But again, just like New York is actually a beautiful state. There is a lot of places in New York that are absolutely gorgeous. There's a lot of good people in New York as well. But when you have, and I call them a lunatic fringe because that's what I believe that they are. Um, when you have a lunatic fringe, you know, Tea Party time, yeah, right. Throw the politicians in the ocean. I like that, John. That's funny. Um, when you have, people deciding what the laws or the rules are for everybody, and they just, they have their own agenda. That's an issue. That is an absolute issue. In my, and like I said, at some point, just like when the Boston Tea Party happened way back when, people had got to a point where they were taxed enough, controlled enough, and they had enough. Hey, mountain kayaker. Um, it's crazy here in California, but I'm glad I'm rural. Yeah, well, that definitely makes a difference. That definitely makes a big difference. So yeah, being away from a lot of the craziness definitely makes a difference. But again, those laws are going to affect you, unfortunately, as well. So it's not a fun situation. Not a fun situation at all. So hey, Asif. Rush Limbaugh called them environmentalist wackos. It's crazy. It is crazy. And again, these are people making the decisions of what you can and cannot do in your life. That's what people need to understand as well. I mean, that's the part that is absolutely scary. So anyway, guys, we are at the point now we have to do our shout outs for other channels. So as we get ready to do that, I'm going to ask for another thumbs up if you have not done so already. We are at almost 900 people in the chat. We're at 729 on the thumbs up. Um, So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I would ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time for doing that. I do appreciate that. Also, again, it really does help with the algorithms. So I would ask you to do it for that reason as well, because it pushes us up higher in the rankings. And thank you ahead of time for that. The third reason is I do like to see a lot of thumbs up. That's part of the game, of course. So I'm thank you for doing it for that reason as well. Again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get all notifications as well. All right. So thank you ahead of time. So what are we at? We're 7:57. We got about 15 minutes to go. So let's make a guess for a number. Let's go for 850. So that's about 91 more thumbs up. So let's shoot for 850 on the thumbs up and see if we can hit that today. All right. So first of all, I want to give a shout out to Icky Can up in Canada, buddy of mine, really good guy, very laid back. I think he is 3 hours north of Toronto, is where he is located. So it is, he's way up there, way, way up there. Good dude. And, I definitely think you should support his channel and what he's doing up there. We have, sticking in Canada, we have Canadian Prepper, and he is also a good channel, a lot of good information with him. Also, we have Sean James with his Sean James channel and My Self Reliance, two really, really good channels. He's building his homestead once again, starting over again. And oh, the Outsider, yeah, he's got a great channel too. I like him too. I watch his channel as well, and I never give him a shout out. How terrible am I, right? But I do like his channel. I like the Outsider. Very good dude. Lost his mother. I believe it was last year that he lost his mom, and him and his dad have been working on his place out there in the woods. And man, you want to talk about some work, and they're getting at it. They're really doing a good job. So also we have Canadian, or not, where's the Canadian? Alaskan Prepper. Love Alaskan Prepper. Real good dude as well. So I definitely think you should support his channel. And with that, we also have Alaskan Granny. So another good channel. The Uneducated Economist is another one. We have the Angry Prepper down in New York City. We also have Marfugal News out on the West Coast with Dax and Adam. Really good guys as well. I've been on his show a couple times. I'm gonna have to reach out to Adam. I'll see if he wants to have me on again. I don't know. I'm not. I don't think I'm too controversial. I just have a tendency to speak my mind, and I know he has said to me before. He goes, just kind of tone it down with this or that, and I'm like, okay. So, but he's a good dude, and I like him. I like what he's doing out there. Also, Bushcraft Bear giving the updates on the in La Palma and the Canary Islands with the volcano, and I believe it is finally starting to calm down. I think it's been a few days since that has you know gone off, so it looks like it's finally finishing up. You got Bull Hansen, you have Bush Radical, his wife, Girl in the Woods, two really good channels as well with both of them working on properties, not even just in Alaska, but also in uh, Minnesota as well. You have Southern Prepper One. A lot of good information with Southern Prepper One. I would not have known about the bills if Southern Prepper One hadn't mentioned them. So, I definitely have to give him props for putting that information out there. And that's why I wanted to talk about it, today. Also, you have pinball preparedness. You have Gray Man prepping as well. You have Green Gregs. Those are a couple great channels. You have Doug and Stacy, great channel there as well. There's so many good channels, guys. You have the Green Dream Project out in Arizona. Kyle's Cabin as well. He's also in Minnesota. Nice young man. Him and his girlfriend Sierra, and sharing their life on there and living off grid. Uh, I think that that's cool. When you see younger people doing that, I think that that is awesome. There was a new channel that I just started watching. I'm gonna have to write them down because I can't think of it off the top of my head. But really, really liked what they're doing. They are out in, I think, Idaho, and I can't think of the name of the channel off the top of my head. So you also have Corporal's Corner is another really, really good channel. A lot of good information on there as well. Deep South Homestead is another really, really good channel. You have Magic Prepper out in North Dakota. So Northern Prepper One, yes. He's a newer channel, guys. Northern Prepper One is a newer channel. Definitely check him out. He's sharing some information. Let's go show him some support. I think he has less than 500 subscribers, so let's show him a little bit of love and give him some support. I think he will be an up and coming channel. So let's see what happens with that. Full Spectrum Survival is another really, really good channel. You also have 80K Man, who is in the house here tonight. He has his channel, so let's support him as well. We have St. Bernard Acres with Joe, with his property, and doing what he's doing. So the Needy Homesteader, another really, really good channel, very family oriented channel. Really like them as well. So there's a lot of great channels out there, and again, I believe that we should be supporting each other. Amanda Everson, there is an action plan for January 5th in Albany to stand against the New York bill regarding the ability to quarantine and detain anyone deemed a threat. Oh, really? That's cool. That is very cool. Thank you for that information. I did not know that, Amanda. So, thank you ahead of time for sharing that. Somebody just put up here Idaho Hillbilly. I have watched their channel off and on for several years, and yes, they're fun. They're absolutely fun. Uh, he's interesting group. Him and Miss Kitty. So Survival Lily is another one. And the last one before we go on that I wanted to mention is a young couple down in Panama, and they are the Nomadic Movement. I really like their channel as well. They're getting ready. They're still up here. They're from the Boston area. I think the last I saw they were in Vermont on vacation, and they will be heading back down to Panama very shortly, and they have their place down there, and they got a group of people working together, which is awesome to see, and that's how it should be. You should have a group of people, working together. So a lot of great channels, guys. A lot of great channels out there, and I believe we should be supporting each other. I think it makes a big, big difference if we do that, and so I would ask you all to do that. So we're at 747 in the chat, and we have 800 thumbs up. So we have a goal of 850. That's the goal for tonight. So let's see if we can smash that and go from there. Yeah, they were in Vermont, 2 hours from me. 80K Man says, I saw that they were up there. They were trying out a yurt. They were thinking about building a yurt, and then they came to the conclusion that a yurt was not for them. So, which makes sense. I mean, if there was already condensation and mold in the yurt up there in Vermont, down in Panama, it would be brutal, brutal down there. So, anyway, let's do We Are Legion. We are Legion because we are a huge family. We are all over the world. We're all over the country. And the good Legion, not the bad biblical Legion, for all of you that are going to say that. Uh, we are the good Legion, like in a Roman Legion, the American Legion, that kind of Legion. So, where is everybody that is in the chat? Where are you guys from tonight? Of course, we have Philip right there. Good job, Philip, getting in there first tonight from Melbourne, Australia. We have Randolph County in Virginia. Nowhere, Oklahoma, Beverly Hills, California, BC, Canada, Beech Grove, Indiana. We have Waterloo, New York, Hillman, Michigan, Toronto, Canada. The UK is in the house. Very nice. Ulster Park, New York. Montreal, Canada. Toronto is in the house as well. Jacksonville. Oh, my goodness. Palmer, Alaska is in the house. Poppy, welcome. Glad you're here. We have Campbell, Missouri, New Mexico. Richard, Washington. We have Virginia. Franklin County, Ohio. New Mexico. Northeastern Pennsylvania. West Virginia is in the house. South Alabama. Las Vegas in Nevada. Christmas Valley, Oregon. St. Augustine, Florida. Greenberg, Pennsylvania. Raleigh, North Carolina. Northern California, I believe is what that meant to say. Nashville, Tennessee. The North Highlands of California. Lori's up in the house. Kent in the UK. Peter, welcome. Cleveland, Ohio. We have Ohio. Let's see. Tennessee's in the house. Arizona, Birdsboro, Pennsylvania. Upstate South Carolina with Asif in the house. Mesa, Arizona. Verone, BC, Canada. Welcome. We have Cashton, Ohio. If I said that wrong, I apologize. Prince Edward Island in Canada. Welcome. Glad you're here. Connecticut. Disneyland. Max is in the house. Orlando, Florida, New Jersey. We have Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Long Island in New York. Southeast Mississippi. Northeast Arkansas is in the house. Brookings, southern coast of Oregon in the house. Kathy's here tonight. North Georgia. Mid Michigan. Central Sierra foothills of California. Jane, I'm glad to see you're here. Thank you. Pensacola, Florida. Pure Blood Legion. I like that. Yep, Pure Blood. Pure Blood here as well. Central Iowa. OK, Oklahoma. And again, Greenbrier County, West Virginia. Very nice. Used to be Franklin County, Ohio. Nothing wrong with that, DM. Glad to see you're here and glad to see you're in West Virginia. Vancouver, USA. We have Sweden is in the house. Very nice. Welcome. Glad to see you're here. So again, guys, we're all over the place. We're all over the country. We're all over the world. We really, truly are a huge network of people. We're the people that can make a difference now. We're the difference that can make, or the people that can make a difference post event as well. We are the ones that, we're awake. We're not woke, we're awake. So I really believe that we have been woken up for a reason. And Francine says, Ed, you were awesome. I agree, Francine. Well, thank you very much. I'm just being a snot. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you to say that. So we have the Sierra foothills near Tahoe. Very nice. So, but no, it's, we are the ones that truly can make a difference. And I think that we should try to do that if we can. So, yeah, preppers will save America. I agree 100% with that. When that time comes and people need help and they're going to need help and they're going to reach out, I believe that we are the ones that were woken up for a reason to be in a position to help people to help themselves. That is the ultimate goal. And, that is always going to be my goal, is to make sure that you guys are not victims, that you are proactive, that you are in that position to help yourselves. And I think that that's important. I really do. So, uh, anyway, what are we at here? We're at 8:40 on the thumbs up. Getting ready to do the end of the stream. Hmm. How much higher past 8:50 can we go, folks? Let's see. Let's see. So keep them thumbs up coming. Let's see if we can get it up there. All right, guys. So I want to thank my moderators. Bigger crowd tonight than normal, which was cool. I like seeing that. We were over 1,000 people in the chat tonight. And another kitty sighting. Okay, so what we'll do, we have Miss Stella up in the box there and Mr. Max right down here. So there's the last kitty sighting of the night. I want to thank my moderators again for keeping the chat clean. I think it's important that we have good conversations, and that's what it's all about for me. And my moderators are absolutely fantastic. They do a great job. If somebody's acting like a jerk, gone. And that's what I like to see. All right. So thank you, moderators. I thank all of you for being here and joining us as well. It's awesome, and you know, thank you all for being here and supporting the channel. And the channel is continuing to grow. We just crossed over what, we're at 97,400. So we are less than 2,600 away from 100,000. So that's going to be exciting. I will be having, you know, a rabbi called you racist earlier. He's gone. He probably wasn't a rabbi, JJ. It was probably just somebody being a jerk. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. So, but getting very close to 100,000. I do plan on having a very good giveaway for you guys once we hit that number. So I can't tell you all the things that are going to be given away at that point, but I definitely Plan on having a really good giveaway for 100,000 subscribers because it's such a huge, huge milestone. So it is. It's we're getting there. We're getting there. So I thank you all the new people that have joined as well. Thank you as well. It's been fun. It's been quite the journey. Quite the journey. Yes, I like this. I'm going to show. Yeah, show that absolutely. Yeah, the rabbi was probably a 13-year-old soy boy. Exactly. Exactly. Hiding in mommy's basement. I'm going to show him. You're this or you're that. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, guys. Remember, we are truly all in this together. We got to try. We got to go for 900 now. We're at 877 on the thumbs up. So we got to see if we can hit 900. We haven't hit 900 in quite a while. Yes, I will be getting my tattoo at 100,000 subscribers. I will have STD tattooed on my body. So that is definitely going to happen. So that will be a fun time as well. So also, like I said, again, remember, we are truly all in this together. We are one race, just one race called the human race. You know, unbelievable that that people continue to let themselves be manipulated. And it's a choice. You can be manipulated or you cannot be manipulated. They try to continue to keep us fighting amongst each other all the time over race. Oh, they're a different color than me. I have to hate them. Religion. Oh, they're a different religion from me. I have to hate them. Right? Political affiliation. Same thing. Oh, you think differently to me. You're wrong, and I hate you. So stupid. Now it's the vaxxed and the unvaxxed. That's the fourth thing that they are doing. They are trying to divide us. If they can keep us divided, we will never stand up and deal with the true enemy of this country, in my opinion, which is big business and the government. Control, control, control. That is what it is all about. Where's our freedoms? Okay. Also, remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Yeah, small in my back. No, 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 no tramp stamp tattoo. It's not going to happen there. So, remember again, tell the people that you care about every single day how you feel. Like I said, tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. So, to tell the people that you love and care about every day, that is huge. It really, really is. Last but not least, guys, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you try to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, the only person that can stop you from achieving your goals, from reaching your goals, is you. That's it. Nobody else. Stay positive. Stay away from negativity. Stay away from negative people that want to try to bring you down. Don't listen to them. Focus on what you're doing. Okay. That's it. That's all you got to do. You can achieve anything you want to do, and the only person that can stop you from achieving those goals is you. It's amazing how that works. You follow that mantra, and it doesn't have to be prepping related. It doesn't have to be living off grid related. It can be anything that you're trying to accomplish in your lives. You can do it. I have faith in you. I know you can do it. Setting realistic goals and then making them happen, easy to do. Really, really easy to do. And then just set your mind to it and get it done. All right. Uh, we're at 895. We need five more to hit 900, guys. Let's get those 900, five more to hit 900 thumbs up before we jump off of here. Okay. So there's always going to be people that are not going to agree with you. There's always going to be people that don't like you. There's going to be people that want to try to keep you down. That happens. That's never going to change. Never going to change. But if we stay positive, you can do anything you want to do. And then those people that are negative, you put them out of your life. You just leave them, let them go do whatever they want to go. Let them go be miserable in a corner somewhere. But so again, if I don't talk to you guys, which I'm sure I will talk to you guys, and I will see you guys, I will be obviously Christmas Eve. I definitely will be live streaming, but I'm going to go ahead and say Merry Christmas to everybody out there. I know a lot of people are going to be traveling to get together with family, so I would ask you to please be safe. Be careful. Oh, Tuesday, Biden is going to be addressing the country about the new variant. So it'll be interesting to see what he has to say about that. Uh, Very interesting. So anyway, we are at what 907 guys, so well past 900. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I will see you all later. Have a great night. Be safe. Keep prepping. Keep getting ready. We never know what's going to happen. All right. I will see you all later. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse One out for now.